CAPI Network, it's Maya here. I'm standing outside of CAPI right now. We're about to go in and check out the building. Come on, let's go.
My name is Ekta Prakash. I'm the CEO at CAPI, and I immigrated 20 years ago. I joined CAPI in 2007, and it's been 15 years, a beautiful journey, and this is my second home, I always tell people. And CAPI provides great services to the community. We have so many different programs that includes from basic need to economic empowerment to civic engagement. This can host 50 people, and so we do our meetings, community space. We give out to other nonprofits if they want to do a leadership body kind of meeting. This is open to community, so they can always use it if they want to. And we do a lot of trainings in like manufacturing, hand soldering, and any other classes. So this is one of our biggest space here in the building. This is our kitchen, like walk-in. I think we did a lot of design thinking because we wanted the community space room to be close to the bathroom and the kitchen. So if we are not in the building, people are not lost. They can access the kitchen. They can access the bathroom, so it's more easy flow.
My name is Chu Vang. I'm the food shelf coordinator here at CAPI. I run the day-to-day operations in the food shelf, making sure there's enough food stock, getting the orders in, making sure that I do the correct reporting at the end of the month, making sure that we're just up to date on any food safety compliance and stuff like that. So I think a lot of the people, they don't realize how much work it is to work in the food shelf. It's a lot of the staff members here too. They also put in a lot of work. So a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes of how to run the food shelf, making sure it's up and running. One of the challenges that we see, especially now with COVID still here, is the increase in people coming to the food shelf here. It's very difficult to get volunteers to come in here to help. It's just the heavy lifting part, keeping the shelf stocked, making sure that there's plenty of food in the food shelf for everyone. And then it's again, the most important thing is the manpower, the resources. Not having enough of that, that's one of the challenges that we see in the food shelf on a daily basis. So CAPI was founded in 1982, and it was, I like to tell the story because it was after the Vietnam War. Refugees were coming from Vietnam and serving the Asian population, especially the Hmong and the Vietnamese and other Asian, Southeast Asian. Over the course of the years, I think people talk about integration and refugee coming, immigrants coming here and providing a space where you have to integrate, you have to be a part of this big culture. It has created some kind of a tension within the community, and I think it's not fair. And when we all come together, we stand together, we all have common values, and I think it's about our family, it's about our community, and that's where we should start. One thing I always believe is that we cannot look at the success of one community. It has to be inclusive of everyone because that's make the community together. Before pandemic, we were serving 3,000 people, close to average, but right now the food shelf serves about close to average 10,000 people. So that has been an incredible increase. So when we moved here, we are like a small food shelf, 3,000, so this is a good size, but now serving 10,000 people, it's a lot of work. Families, and so there has been a huge need, especially in the food. So we see a huge traffic coming through our food shelf. So we were doing curbside pickup, but now it's people can shop around, walk in the food shelf, and they have choices of preference, so they can pick the food they want to eat. We offer a lot of culturally specific food. Our largest clients are our Asian communities, API. We added Hispanic and other African and other culturally specific food on the shelf. But as we all know, it's very expensive to buy culturally specific food, and a lot of the time people talk about healthy eating and healthy access. I think people need to understand that it's not available everywhere. Even at the grocery stores, they are the most expensive price tag, and so we want to make sure it's accessible to the community. So we don't do a lot of food drive and donation. We want people to make monetary donations so we can buy those food, or give us not too many canned food, more healthy ones.
My name is Layla Hussein and I'm the Community Health Manager at CAPI. So I basically oversee all of our community health equity programming. We're still on a hybrid schedule here, so half the time we're in the office, half the time we're at home. But yeah, I usually come in and the food shelf is usually bumping and then we have some kind of program going on usually every day or every other day. I would say we have regular volunteers coming into the food shelf, but I do think that it's kind of hard to navigate because a lot of our work is done virtually now, so volunteers are like less present. But I would personally love to see more volunteers get involved at CAPI regularly. I know that we have a lot of groups that come in and do like a one-time, with a corporation, or they come in, which is great, but we really love to see that consistency so that our clients can build trust with volunteers, and that's something I'd love to see it happen at CAPI.
Oh, the second floor is mostly all staff, and all of our cubicles are occupied. It's just like either people are outside outreach or they're working from home. Housing stability, that's another office. And then we have another office here. So that's kind of pretty much space here.
Me coming from a immigrant background too, I know what it feels like. A lot of people don't know that once you move into a different country, you're not used to your environment, you're not used to the language.
When refugees come here, I always say that they come because there's a crisis in their home country and they're seeking asylum. And when they come here, people don't know that they're leaving everything behind. I think people talk all the time about, oh, we have a refugee community coming, that's going to create more burden in the, it's going to be expensive, the cost. They play an important role in our labor force, whether you work in the agricultural farmland, to work in a warehouse, in a factory, from all the way from different sectors of jobs. Everybody's playing an important role in this workforce in the ecosystem, but people see that, okay, why this refugee is coming, and how they will create a burden in the society. I think that's always like a conversation people have, a mindset that is not shifted, and I think many people do understand, but it's not the big picture like people see. So I think that needs to be spoken more out, needs to be sharing examples, and need to be telling the whole world like why refugees are important and they need a home. In the humanitarian ground, this country has so much space. I'm sorry, being on the radio, but I think there is enough space for everyone. I think people will make a difference in the community. I think everybody wants their family to flourish and do well, and I think that's a value for every community. So I think it's important for people to embrace it.
I think there's a narrative around immigrants and new Americans that they have a lot of services offered to them and that they have a lot of opportunities given to them. I think especially by a lot of US born Americans, there's that narrative like, immigrants come to this country and have a lot of resources given to them, why don't we have the same resources, or that kind of narrative. But I think when you're in this work and you're doing the work, you realize that there are all these invisible barriers that you don't realize when you're born in the US, like whether it comes to technology barrier is a big one, language barrier is a big one, but also just not having the connections. When you first move here, you don't have the social connections that would allow you to like upgrade in your job and really have that financial stability. So I really got a glimpse of how challenging it is to navigate this. It's a really cold system to navigate when you come here. So I think CAPI's goal is to really provide like a warm and helping hand throughout that process.
I would say, CAPI, we're here to help. We're here to serve the community. If you need help, don't be shy. Come to us. We'll be more than happy to help. We'll do the best we can to make sure that you get the resources that you need, the connections that you need. So don't be shy. Come to CAPI. We're here to help.
I think, CAPI was started as an Asian organization, so there is a misunderstanding about who CAPI is. Sometimes people refer CAPI as an Asian organization. Sometimes people refer to CAPI as immigration work, and sometimes people think that CAPI does so many different things. But I think what I really want people and the community to understand is, CAPI stands for Refugees, Immigrants, and BIPOC Communities, and that's who we are. And it is based on our equity, inclusion, and being more accessible to the community. And we do so many different programs, but one of the most important thing is uniqueness is a very cross-cultural organization. And it's so diverse that you will not find any other organization in the state of Minnesota like this. I can say that. And our staff, they come from the community. They are people from the community, and they are the stakeholders. They know what the issues and challenges are. So that makes CAPI so unique. I want to tell everyone in Minnesota and America is elevate the voices of refugees, immigrants, and BIPOC communities of color. And they make this country so great, and we all work together to make it happen.
All right, that was CAPI. Thanks for coming along and checking out the building today with us. We got to talk with a lot of great staff members here and really get to see what's happening firsthand at the building. If you'd like to know more information or need more resources on CAPI, we'll make sure to provide those in the description or comment section. Check to the next one. Bye.